How's it going, everybody? Back again for another In the Bag with Luke Hanewall 2018. Let's get right into it. Let's look at some of the drivers I got. First driver we got is a FD. This is one of my turnover drivers. Anything under 400 feet that I need to finish right, I'll use an FD for. Next disc we got a Firebird. Been a staple in my bag for a couple of years. I use it for forehand shots, forehand rollers, any kind of hyzer skip shot. Does a lot of things for me off the tee. Love Firebird. Then we got a Predator. This is for my overhand shots, get out of trouble, thumbers. That's what I use the Predator for. Also have a Fever in the bag. This is my turnover disc, roller disc, any kind of area where I have a lot of space. I can try to pump it on hyzer, get it full flex, and come back. Love the Fever. I have an Albatross from Daredevil. Speed 14 disc, really stable. You can force it over with Annie and it's still going to fight back to the left. I can get to go between 400 and 450. Really good in headwinds, like the Albatross. Then I have my distance driver, the DDX from Discmania. I have 3 of them, really flippy, kind of in the middle, and a stable one. Just my farthest flying disc. Pretty consistent off the tee for me. I really like the DDX. I use it a lot. I have a DD from Discmania again. It's really good for sidearm flex shots. If I'm gonna reach for a sidearm shot, it's either gonna be the DD or the Firebird. And if I don't need it to go really far to the right, then it's gonna be the DD. Also have 2 Sabertooths in the bag. This is my straight shot, straight to hyzer. It reminds me of an eagle. Just go straight and you know it's going to have a little bit of a hyzer finish. So I love the Sabertooth, my favorite Daredevil driver. Then the last driver I have is a Pdga. This is my distance driver with any kind of headwind. I know that it's always going to finish to the left and it's going to be consistent that way. And it's not going to flip over and take off on me like the DDX sometimes will if there's headwind. So like the Pdga for that. On to the mid-ranges. I have a Gremlin. Gremlin is my overstable mid-range for any kind of hyzer shots, headwind, needing it to go straight. I reach for the Gremlin. Probably my most used mid-range for just any kind of straight shots or straight to hyzer is a Grizzly. Again, it's just consistently straight, little hyzer finish, a little bit of stability on it so you can kind of put a little effort into it, little force onto it, and it won't take off on you, and it won't flip over. Then I have a MD3, and the MD3 is a bit understable because it's a bit older, it's beat in, so it'll turn on you, but it won't just take off to the right. It'll have a little bit of a straight finish or a hyzer finish, so I like the MD3 for that. And then I have my understable mid-range, which is a Truth that I've beat in. And if I start this with hyzer, it'll still have a finish to the right, it'll still flip over. Or if I throw it flat, it'll just take off on an Annie. So I like the Truth for any kind of anhyzer shots or hyzer flips to finishing on the right. Truth is a pretty consistent disc and it goes a long way. Then my favorite disc that I have in the bag, my go-to disc for a while now, is the Zone. I have a brand new Zone, which is a Z Zone, which I use for sidearm, hyzer, skips, a lot of different shots. And then I have a green ESP Zone that I've had in the bag for a few years. Probably the disc that gets chose most off the tee. I use this disc a lot, and it's for a bunch of different shots. This one's actually kind of flippy now, so I have to put a lot of hyzer on it if I want it to finish flat or straight. Then I have two more putters that I drive with. I have a Warden. Basically, it'll go on any line that you put it on, but I use mine for turnovers. If I throw it flat, it'll flip it a little bit to the right and just finish right. And that's what I would use the Warden for. And then I have a Woodchuck, which is another utility disc. Basically, if I needed to land, and I'm not looking for any skip or roll, this disc, because of the way that it like flexes from Daredevil, the Woodchuck will just land and stop most times. So I like the Woodchuck for approaches and upshots. And then the last two discs I have are my putters, and I putt with Polar Bears. Polar Bear is one of the best putters I've ever used, really consistent for me. I seem to make a lot more of my putts lately when I've been using the Polar Bear. I have one with the old stamp and one with the new stamp. Polar Bears are also good for approaching because they're just dead straight to a little bit of hyzer. They're great for jump putting. Love the Polar Bear. One of the best putters I've ever used, and my favorite Daredevil disc. That's all I got this year. Hopefully I'm liking where my bag's at for the start of the season. We might make some changes throughout the year, but I'm looking forward to 2018. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you later.